Hey guys, Lindsay here. Not at Carter Vintage today. Right now we are on the road in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania at the Artisan Guitar Showcase. We're going to go inside and try out all the guitars, interview the luthiers, and promote the Carter Sell from Workshop side of things. Got the little postcards here, so let's go inside. All right guys, I'm here with Ryan Thorell, who's a wonderful luthier of some beautiful archtops as well as steel strings out in Utah. Ryan, welcome to Carter Vintage Camp.
Pleasure to meet you. Yeah, it's great to be here.
So you said this was your second time at Artisan. So what was your experience last year like?
Oh, it was excellent. This is such a top-end show, and the clients are just really knowledgeable and have been just really great with the guitars.
And I think, did I see your name on the list for LaConner too?
No, I'm going to be doing probably the Fretboard Summit in Chicago, and then the Denver Archtop show this year.
Okay, awesome. That'll be cool. So places to find you later on if folks are in those areas. Well, let's talk about the guitars you have here today.
Yeah, so this kind of my acoustic archtop range from a more acoustic to more electric. This is my legato, and this is a Western red cedar and walnut back and sides. So this has a grafted walnut. So this is English, and this is a different species. So in orchards they'll graft English onto black walnut, and so it's kind of a fun use of. They graft the English onto a local species just for. Just so that it can grow as berry. Yeah. So this is a more acoustic guitar. This is my Sweetie, and this is in European spruce and maple, and this is just a really dynamite jazz box, and. Yeah, all custom stuff. I hand cut all of my inlay and my logos. Just really, really vibrant and fun archtop. This one's a little bit more electric, but still has a really nice acoustic vibe to its electric sound.
I love the combination of black and burst. That's really beautiful.
Thank you. This is kind of it's like a rockabilly-inspired archtop, but still very jazz-friendly, and it's a fun guitar. So this is my Red Sky. Is the name of this guitar.
Awesome. So these two are spoken for, but this one is still available. So yeah, awesome. Well, so what came first for you? Was it music or woodworking?
Music first, and then I started playing guitar at the age of 14. And I saw this guy building an electric guitar, and it was like a Jerry Garcia style guitar. I'd never seen anything like it or seen anybody do that, and I was just blown away. And I talked him into letting me study with him and build an electric guitar with him. And then I studied music in college and decided I wanted to be a luthier, and I did some more apprenticeships in guitar making and furniture making, and I started my business in 2003. So I've been doing this professionally for 20 years this year. Yep.
Well, very cool. So are you originally from Utah as well? Is that where you learned from? Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you close to your hometown?
I grew up in Salt Lake, and now I live up in the mountains, up in Logan, Utah, which is just a small mountain town.
Awesome. I'll let you put that down if you want to do that for a second. So you also build flat top acoustics. What's your sort of inspiration with those? Are you kind of more traditional, more modern?
More traditional. Yeah, they're very traditionally based, and I think my elements on my guitars are always a little bit more organic and modern, but the feel of the guitar and the sound I want to be very vintage based. I want it to feel like an old, comfortable coat. It's just like just fits, and that's a big deal to me in the way what draws me to a guitar.
Makes sense. Where you are, do you have many musicians in the area who you sort of collaborate with at all or get feedback from on a regular basis? I mean, you play yourself, so you maybe don't necessarily always need it, but it's nice to get other people's takes.
Yeah, I have in 2006, Frank Vignola started playing my guitars, and then just recently, John Pizzarelli bought one of my guitars, and he started playing that. And in my area, I have some really great musicians that I've learned from, and I think that you're absolutely right. Like the approach to it for me is always based on like trying to interpret what a musician's doing and where they come from, and like because it's just this big unknown each time that completely changes everything. And I think that's one of the most beautiful parts about it, is bringing a unique personality to each of those different perspectives and situations, and it's allowed me to grow so much over the years.
Yeah, that makes sense. Are most of your builds for specific people who commission them, or do you do much in terms of spec builds for like a shop at all?
Not usually. I mostly build for people.
Yeah. So then, every guitar you're going to have that interaction and that sort of development for them, and yeah.
And I love that. That's why, like it can be challenging, but for me as a builder, it's more about that than my own personality. Like if I can make something just phenomenal for someone, that's huge.
That's the goal for sure. Awesome. Well, last couple random questions. I like asking folks, what do they listen to in the workshop? Are you a podcast, music, or silence kind of guy?
I'm mostly silence, but I love. Right now, I'm listening to a lot of brass bands.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Like that is just like, gets you going all day.
Like jazz brass bands or like old school brass bands?
Too Many Zoos and Lucky Chops, who are going to be in Harrisburg on the May 4th. I'm so sad I'm going to miss them, but I saw that when I was walking around downtown. I freaked out. But yeah, they're like hip hop jazz. Too Many Zoos is like just phenomenal, and Lucky Chops has my favorite sousaphone player, which is like my new I geek out on the sousaphone lately.
I don't think I've met too many like brass nerds in the guitar world.
Super brass nerd.
Awesome. Well, if folks want to learn more about you, where can they find you online?
ThorellGuitars.com.
Instagram or Facebook too?
Yep. Yeah, Thorell Guitars on Instagram and Facebook.
Well, thank you so much, Ryan.
Thank you, Lindsay. Yeah, I really appreciate it.